Hi, I'm Rick Myers, President and Science Director of the HudsonAlpha Institute for Biotechnology. This strange new normal that we find ourselves in is impacting all of us quite differently. At HudsonAlpha Institute, we are not only working in different places, but in different ways. But what's important is that we are working. We are working collaboratively with partners across the hall and around the world, using genomics and other high-throughput technologies to do everything we can to make the world a better place. I'm very proud of the work being done across our campus to develop diagnostic and treatment tools to battle this disease, including our associate companies and our nonprofit research institute, HudsonAlpha. Not only are academic institutions like ours deeply involved, but also the biotech and pharmaceutical industries are working together to solve this problem of COVID-19. Also, I'm happy to say that our groups and other groups are working together, sharing ideas, materials, and data. We need to beat this unprecedented enemy, and the way we're going to succeed at that is working together. Allow me to tell you some of our work on COVID-19 on our campus. Associate company Diatherix Eurofins, one of the largest associate companies on our campus, was one of the first to develop a test for SARS-CoV-2. In the past few weeks, they have more than doubled the numbers of tests they're doing for patients locally and around the country. HudsonAlpha scientists are working closely with associate company iRepertoire and Dr. Jen Han to identify antibodies in the bloodstreams of people who have recovered from COVID-19, and then use these antibodies to see if we can inactivate the virus and use that as a treatment for the disease. We've also begun in that project a collaboration with Huntsville Hospital to identify these patients, collect their blood, and obtain important clinical and other information that's critical for a study like this. Our associate company, IQBate, has a fully automated closed system for testing for the presence of infectious agents, including SARS-CoV-2. This system provides a new level of protection for healthcare workers by being a closed system that can operate outside a traditional laboratory setting. HudsonAlpha associate company, Discovery Life Sciences, continues to support the advancement of testing as well as vaccine development by providing biospecimens to researchers around the world. They also are developing very high throughput testing for the virus itself, which will be used both locally and nationally. Associate company Actinate is working to address the racial disparities of COVID-19, trying to understand why African Americans are impacted by this disease at much higher rates than other groups. And they're trying to develop ways to reduce this risk. HudsonAlpha is doing a number of collaborations to work on COVID-19. For instance, we are trying to identify antibodies in the bloodstreams of people who have recovered from COVID-19. The idea is that these antibodies may give immunity to the disease, so if we can show that they inactivate the virus, they could then be a potential treatment for the disease. While we are doing a lot of work on COVID-19, HudsonAlpha continues to do its other important work on rare diseases, neurodegenerative diseases, autoimmune diseases, psychiatric disorders, and sustainable agriculture. With 220 people working at HudsonAlpha and many more working in our 45 associate biotech companies, we are doing everything on campus to make our workers safe and to continue this important work. HudsonAlpha has been providing support to our associate companies, to our research institute itself, to biotech companies and academic institutions around the country, helping to navigate the FDA approval process, procuring materials for testing and other COVID research, and also helping to provide advice on how to retool or convert manufacturing processes to make equipment for making healthcare workers safer. We also recognize the need early on to combat the wave of fear and misinformation about COVID-19, providing reliable and reassuring science-based facts. Our Shareable Science video series, developed and presented by faculty investigator Dr. Neil Lamb, helps to make sense of all the information about COVID-19 by providing a series of videos that explains the science behind the disease and how scientists are working to develop treatments and vaccines. Our education outreach team is also helping educators and parents who had to shift suddenly to online learning only by providing online learning tools. Meeting the challenge of this pandemic is going to require many hands working together in collaboration. This is exactly the model of HudsonAlpha Institute. We are going to beat this disease, and we're going to do it together.